I'm Adam Saxton. That's where you say your name.
I'm Kai.
We are PMs on the Power BI product team. We're so excited to have you guys here to look at what is available for you from an administration perspective in Power BI. Kai is one of the PMs that helps run like the admin portal and the admin areas, some of the API magic that you've seen, like some of the new workspace stuff that's available. So he may sprinkle a little stuff here and there about kind of what's on the horizon for administration as well. But we kind of, in this session, we're kind of giving like a whirlwind tour of what is in your tool belt that you can use as an administrator for Power BI.
Yes, and Adam is a customer advisory
team. Cat. Power BI cat.
PM.
I hate cats, though. I love dogs. I have a big 200-pound, one-year-old dog at home, so he's
So the way this normally goes is you guys talk to Adam,
yes.
and then he comes and kicks me around to do
we
what
go bug Kai for the feature that you guys are asking us for. So.
And so it's clear, there's another PM in the room who's helping me drive the admin experience. I'm looking right at him.
Christian,
would you please stand up?
Yep, so you can yell at him also if there's something that you don't like.
He just didn't want to come upstairs here to join us. Shall we go to the agenda?
Yeah.
So in the 60-minute session, we are going to talk initially about the admin roles we have in Power BI, the tasks and tools. And because many of you are administrators already, this might not be new, or it might be. What I'm specifically going to cover here is how I see the world, so that you have a chance to set me straight whenever I'm going off into theoretical territory.
Yeah.
And I will tell this as a little story of a Power BI administrator. I think his name is Adam.
Sure.
Right? Doesn't have too much hair on his head.
No. That's what being an administrator does to you. Yes. But yeah, we're going to go through a bunch of stuff. So we got admin stuff, we got licensing. Everyone's favorite topic is licensing, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Some governance items. Everyone's other favorite thing, auditing, which most people don't get access to because they're Office 365 admins, don't want to give it to them. A little bit about gateways, and then tie it up with some automation.
Yes, if we have time. So one question up front. How many of you use PowerShell regularly?
Awesome.
Interesting, yeah.
We love
How
you
many
guys.
of you have absolutely no idea what PowerShell is?
All right. You'll have a little bit today.
Well, yes, we'll introduce you gently to it.
Yes. All right.
Admin roles. So I was talking about this guy called Adam, and that was him about a year ago when he had a little bit more hair on his head.
Yeah. I can't do that, by the way.
Yeah. So what is an administrator in an organization, really? At the end of the day, it is a person that tries to serve two interests, the user's interests and the company's interests. Helping users get the job done is one of the main roles that a Power BI administrator in an organization has to cover. And for that, we're trying to empower the administrator with increasingly more useful tools, give them access to all the resources that are necessary to help a customer, give them visibility into what is going on in a tenant. We're not in all areas there where we want to be, but we're incrementally going to get there. For example, we'll come to examples later.
It's come a long way from where we started.
Yes.
I mean, it's been a journey.
It's true, but it's also a slow and incremental story, because one of the things that I personally like very much in the admin space is that it is a very powerful thing to do, to give you guys APIs and tools that let you see, for example, everything that is going on in a tenant. And that sometimes needs a bit more care than building small little user features, because it is at the tenant scope. And that is the other thing that you as administrators certainly have to think about, and that is, what are the policies and regulations you need to implement in your tenant to help your users do the right thing. And there the scale really goes from, I don't want my users to be able to do anything on their own, all the way to, I don't care, let my users party on the data, let them help themselves and solve the problems that they need to solve. And so you have the very conservative and the very liberal, and somewhere in the spectrum you need to find your way to make the right compromises. And again, This is where tenant controls come in. This is where needs at the finer level of granularity come in. This is also where auditing comes in and usage reporting, which we are going to cover in this session today. One of the things where we are always hesitant is what we hear a lot from enterprise customers. Please give us total control over what our users can do.
Like every feature.
Yes, like disabling even the personal workspace, like giving the user no possibility ever to share a report or dashboard with anybody else, because heaven forbid, this guy may not know what he is doing and he may share it with the wrong person. Yes, we understand that that is a need in the enterprise, but we see Power BI a little different, and the way we see it is, yes, would you? As a mix between a centralized BI environment and a self-service BI environment. So if we make this a total centralized BI environment where we give you everything, then we don't fulfill our mission anymore on the self-service BI side. And so we are going to try to find, even from the product group, a good balance between the two, where you see often that we are more forthcoming with giving you, as administrators, full visibility, but we're not immediately giving you full control over everything. For example, you can see all the workspaces in your organization now. But as an administrator, you need to take deliberate steps to actually take over a workspace. You can do that. You can take over a workspace, add yourself to the members as an administrator, and then work with that workspace and do within it whatever you need to do. And in fact, many administrators need to do this on an occasional basis when they try to help users in the organization fixing some things like a broken refresh or something. Has any of you ever done that? Added yourself as an administrator to a workspace? Oh, quite a few.
Nice.
Did you guys use the admin portal for that? Yeah? This is, we come to this, we have APIs for that too, to automate a lot of things. But just understand that when you come to us and you say, hey, we want to lock down everything, we grind our teeth. You can get very far with our help, but at the normal way of operating a Power BI environment, there is an element of letting the user solve their own problems themselves in a guided way, and that's what we're trying to accomplish in Power BI.
Yep.
So this also goes right into the next important thing. What are the administrators we have in a Power BI environment? It is not only a service administrator. It starts immediately with the workspace. And by the way, you don't need to take pictures, right? These decks are available for download?
I think so.
I think so. If not, I would be surprised. If the deck is not available, send me an email. I'm happily going to send you all the scripts in the deck. My email address is kayu@microsoft.com. And Adam, what is yours?
We'll put it up on the screen at the end.
So Adam's is more complicated than mine, I guess. So where was I? Admin rules. It starts at the workspace. Every user you add to a workspace as an administrator is an administrator and can govern whatever's going on at that workspace level. And we would like to empower those administrators more, and you will see more and more controls coming forth at the workspace level as well. The next reasonable level is the premium capacity, where you have capacity administrators taking care of specific resource allocation and management tasks, specifically in enterprise environments with a large number of users. Capacities are seldom found in smaller tenants. Less than 500 users, it becomes a question mark whether a capacity is really useful. Depends then, sometimes certain features might still compel you to get a capacity. But typically in an enterprise environment, you have these capacities, and then you might have one for the finance department and one for the HR department, different administrators taking care of these capacities for these departments. And that's another level of administration.
So real quick, show of hands, how many people have premium capacity on their tenants? Okay.
One note on the premium side, you will not find too much in this presentation about premium. We'll come to this later. We have a slide for that. The sessions are tomorrow, which go very deep into the premium capacity management aspects. And then we have the next layer, which is the Power BI Service Administrator. That's, in our Power BI world, the global person that has all the powers theoretically. It's not quite there yet, but we're getting there. For example, the admin logs are inaccessible to a Power BI Service Administrator, which is really not a great thing for us or for you, because you have to find that
Like
global
some of the faces
administrator.
going on out there, yeah.
It's actually, truthful statement, at Microsoft, the only person in the product group who knows who the global administrators are is me. They all have to come to me if they need access to this kind of information, because there are only 3 people at Microsoft who actually have the rights to access the audit log. And if there are some usage metrics, things that we want to see, we can't just go to them and say, hey, can you export us these settings? They throw us out of the room. I'm not sure if this also applies to you. That's the feedback we also hear very often from customers, that yes, the audit logs are nice, but they are inaccessible to Power BI. And
we'll talk more about that in a little bit.
We'll talk about it a bit. Christian is looking at me with a stone face. Yeah, we'll spill a few beans in this session too.
Only because we like them.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah.
That goes without saying, Adam. Okay. So the global administrator is the Azure Active Directory administrator, or the Office 365 administrator. And that brings me to the next thing. What are the tools that you as service administrators might have to work? Occasionally, you would have to work with the Power BI admin portal. I just threw them in here as screenshots. I'm going to demo. I'll walk you through the tools in a moment, just as a little demo. So you have the admin portal that you might frequently work with when it comes to configuring tenant settings or looking at the workspaces, adding yourself to a workspace, these sort of things, checking the embed codes. We're going to go through this in a dedicated session in a little bit. Then you have the formerly known, the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, formerly known as the Office 365 Admin Center, where you manage user accounts. Then you have the Security and Compliance Center, where you, if you are one of the few privileged ones, can get access to the audit logs. And then there are a few other tools that might be less often used. Those are the APIs, the REST APIs, and I will demo them in a moment. We have a pretty cool feature now in this space, and the commandlets for PowerShell. Those are really the tools that a Power BI administrator at the service level works frequently. A capacity administrator probably works primarily with the admin tool, and there specifically with the capacity management pages. So let me jump right into my demo. There we are. So this is my Power BI admin portal here from the demo tenant that I have. You can, as most of you know, you reach the admin portal through this link, and it pulls you straight into the most useful page at the admin portal, the usage metrics. Who of you is using this page at any point in time? This is awesome. This is one of the areas that we work on right now, because this will become much more useful than it is today. Yeah. Okay, while we are at this, probably the last time that I can pull this joke before Christian is going to replace this whole thing is most consumed packages by groups. Is there anybody in the room who knows what a package is? Anybody? Do you know that? Step forward. You might step forward. You know this? You don't? Come on, guys. Somebody. You guys use this page. I saw a few people raise their hand. What's a package? Nope, it's not a content pack. Nope. By the way, if you find out what a package is, please let me know, because I also would like to know.
We wanted you to educate us.
Exactly. You thought I'm going to give you the answer. I seriously don't know it. But soon this will be obsolete. We'll have meaningful headings for these things. I already mentioned the Office 365 Admin Center. Here I have it already open. Most of the time you go in here to manage your users and assign licenses. If you purchase a pro subscription for Power BI, then this would be probably the tool that you use to manage your subscriptions and assign these licenses to your users. The next one here, this is the audit logs. We don't just give you little navigation links. We give you big buttons that jump you into the audit log, and Adam is going to cover this a bit later. One of the buttons that the admin portal is now missing is the Power Platform Admin Center. Have you guys come across the Power Platform Admin Center yet? You have a few of you, not too many. Adam is going to cover this also later. This is this beautiful thing here, which will give you a list of all the gateways that are installed in the organization. You can now, similar to workspaces, see all the gateways, and you can actually control who is an administrator on these gateways. Pretty sexy stuff there.
Very.
Yes, and I already mentioned it. We also have the REST API. So whenever you need to do something and you don't really have a user interface for it, but you can browse through the APIs and find something interesting, like I would like to see all my groups in an API. You can go and click this fancy try it button. It'll sign you in. I hope it'll sign me in with the right tenant. It usually does.
Probably going to be Microsoft.
Probably. Let me see. Actually, I'm in the browser session. I'll try.
Yeah.
It'll go and bark at me if I'm not an administrator. So what I'm going to demo here is a new feature we have in the APIs. It's called $expand. And with one request, it can give me all my users, all the reports, all the data sets, yeah, and all the dashboards.
So there's an interesting story around this. This actually happened, I think, last week, where we were in an email discussion with someone where they're like, hey, I'm getting throttled after like 200 requests. And we said, instead of doing individual requests for all the users, dashboards, workspaces, all of that, use the expand feature and you get it all in one dump.
So here in our Power MVP's tenant, which has about 1,000 workspaces or so, $top limits it to 100. And then this is the URL that I was using. Basically, it gives it to me nicely formatted. If I had Zoom it installed, I could give it to you a bit more clearly. It doesn't zoom here right now.
You can do like window plus.
Okay, here goes our session.
You have a service book though, so you don't have a plus key.
So this is what it looks like. And the same, I can use the same request in a PowerShell commandlet with my Swiss Army knife method, which allows me to send any API requests directly. We have a whole lot of commandlets. I'm going to cover that later. And this is, for example, the same URL. If I ran this, I'm not going to run this right now in the interest of time, but this would give me the same results, and then I parse it as a JSON object into its various workspace objects, and they will have all the users and reports, etc. down. If we have time at the end of the session, then I'm going to run the script for you. So this is my tools demo workthrough.
These are great for cataloging, inventory.
Yeah, I mean, this is initially in the REST APIs. Don't dive me so deep into this right now.
Oh, sorry.
We iterated over all the workspaces, and you enumerated all the reports, all the dashboards, all the users, all the data sets. And this was a great way to keep the engineers awake at night, because as you iterate, you send one request, another request, another request. And actually, you send 3 requests at a time, maybe 4. So if you have a tenant with 50,000 workspaces, that creates an interesting situation for us where you swamp the service with requests. And we don't like to be swamped with requests, so we fight back. So we start.
It's not because we're lazy.
No,
we're efficient.
We just don't want you to send so many requests. It's a global service. And when you send us more than 200 requests per hour, then we say, hey, guys, slow down. 200 is your limit per hour, and we give you a specific error code and tell you to wait now 45 minutes or whatever.
Error code 429.
Yes, and customers don't like that too much. So eventually, we came up with this $expand option. So with one request, you can now go and get up to 5,000 workspaces at a time with all their content at once. That's the limitation for $top. And if you have more, well, if you have 50,000, then you need to page. There's another parameter called $skip, and you can skip through and page through 5,000 workspaces at a time.
Who's deep diving now?
Yes, you enticed me to go off the script. Thank you, Adam. I'll pay you back later. Question. It is brand new. In fact, if you search for it, it hasn't even been documented.
So the question was, is the $expand new, or has it been there? And the answer is, it's brand new.
Actually, it's actually as old as the dinosaurs, because it is actually an OData parameter. But we wired it up now. And if you look at it, it's only available for workspaces right now. We are already getting requests to enable it also for other things, such as data sets, where it would be nice to expand the data sources, things like that. We're getting there. Our next step is to document this feature. So for now, this is the first time we actually demonstrated it in public. Pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
We're good? You sure?
Yeah. Okay, I'm not quite done yet, but that comes later.
You sure? You
Yes.
all right?
Yeah, come on.
Okay. I don't want to steal your thunder.
No.
All right, let's talk about licensing. So I like to refer to this as I used to call it the Office 365 bubble. I guess I probably need to update that a little bit.
Yeah, now it's Microsoft 365.
Well, I don't care about that. But basically, the backbone of the tenant is Azure Active Directory. I've had many discussions with folks where they ask me, all right, do I really need Azure Active Directory or Office 365 to have Power BI? And the answer is yes. I'm like, not that you need to care about it, but it's there.
Actually, that's not quite accurate, Adam. You don't need Office 365.
Well, so I look at the two as the same, though.
Yes.
Because if you go to the Office 365 admin portal and you don't have anything else, it's really a shell on top of Azure Active Directory to manage users, groups, subscriptions.
Yes, but we hear often questions from customers that say, hey, do I need an Office 365 license to use the Office 365 Admin Center?
Right, because the thing is what is Office 365? When you think of purchasing Office 365, really you're purchasing a subscription of some kind. And you don't need a subscription to get to the Office 365 Admin Center or Azure Active Directory.
So in clear text, no, you do not need an Office 365 license to use the Office 365 Admin Center.
Nope.
Still, we are kind of tied together with Office 365. Yes. This is one of the strengths of Power BI. If we can make it a little bit confusing, we work hard to do so.
So, and a little bit of the gory details, when you purchase Power BI Pro subscriptions, we utilize the Office 365 Commerce Engine, which is that tie-in to the Office 365, what I call the bubble. But that's just a way for us to get those shared groups, accounts, and whatnot from an Azure Active Directory perspective, and then also including those subscriptions and licenses that go along with it.
There's one other thing to mention with the subscription and licenses. Right now, when you look at the subscription and licenses, you can see everybody who has a subscription or license. Yeah. But you cannot see the trial users.
No. Well, it depends.
Yes, it depends. Are you going to go into that?
We'll talk about that in a second.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, so your data region or data center that you're using for Power BI is important. And so when you actually look at the data region that you're in, the thing you want to make careful decisions around is other things that you use from an Azure perspective, because of the fact that Power BI doesn't charge egress charges or anything like that. We don't care about that. But Azure does. And so, real story, a customer called up and said, hey, why did Power BI just charge me $1 million? I'm like, Power BI did not charge you $1 million. What did you do? Like, well, we've got Azure Blob Store, and we've got a bunch of large CSVs in there, and we're doing refresh for our data set over that. And I'm like, oh, where was the Blob Store? Oh, it was in East US. Where's the Power BI data region? It's in West US. And I'm like, your Blob Store charged you egress charges. That's where the $1 million came from. So go talk to Azure. So you want to make sure that where Power BI is in relevance to where your other Azure items are, right? So if you want everything to not charge egress on the Azure side, make sure it's in the same data region as Power BI. This gets more interesting also when you get into premium and multi-geo and things of that nature, so it can get a little complicated. Just try to take time to map out where those things are, just so you're aware, and the ramifications of doing that. The other thing, too, that's interesting is Azure data regions in general usually most of them have a pair region as well. So in the event of a failover from a region perspective, you may actually be coming from your pair region instead of the primary region in some cases, so that could also affect things. And that's all documented from an Azure perspective from the regions. You can see what those pair regions are.
Another scenario that we encounter frequently is that customers in specific regions that didn't have Power BI before all of a sudden find themselves near a data center that now has Power BI. Recently, we just had Japan and Australia added and others as well. And naturally, those customers come then to us and say, hey, how do we move our tenant now from wherever to the data center near me? And the answer we then say is, of course, just delete everything and start new.
Yep. We can repoint you over, but then you get a blank slate.
Yes. So we're working on that to make this possible. Whenever that will be, timelines are unclear.
Yep. And then the way you can find what your data region is if you go into Power BI portal. Actually, I'll just pop out real quick and show you. It's one of the best kept secrets, not that one.
Who of you know where to find the region? Yes. Not a secret at all.
Yeah.
Spilled the beans in the previous session.
And then also the other thing that was added recently is you can find the tenant URL, so like for external sharing and whatnot. That's really cool. Not relevant from an admin perspective, but I wanted to call it out. It's awesome. All right. So let's talk about users and guest accounts, talking about external sharing. So the user accounts exist within the organization. So these are the actual users you create inside of your Azure Active Directory tenant. They can create and consume content. Everything works great. They are just normal users in your organization. They can also use the mobile app. Guest accounts were released quite a while ago now. And this is through the Azure AD B2B and B2C technology, so business to business and business to consumer. So business to consumer allows the fact of sharing items to your like Gmail, Hotmail, Outlook.com users where they can consume content as well. One person actually came up and asked me the other day of, hey, if I have a Gmail account, can I sign up for Power BI? That still cannot be done. So you still have to have an organization email or work email to actually sign up for Power BI. And also the mobile app just recently got support for the B2B users as well, so that's now available.
But please don't take pictures of the slide because the slide is outdated and contains incorrect information. Guest accounts now are no longer confined to just read-only access.
Yep.
Now they can actually edit and do other tasks as well.
And that was with that tenant URL that I showed a second ago.
So
yep.
We should have updated this.
I updated other ones. I missed that one.
All right.
So
I missed it too.
yeah.
We missed it both.
All right. Well,
We missed
oh
it.
bother. Okay. And then pro trials. So there's two types of pro trials. One is the actual Power BI Pro trial subscription from an Office 365 perspective. That includes 25 user license and has like a 30-day time period as part of it. There is also the more major one of the free Power BI Pro 60-day in-service trial. This is the one Kai was talking about, how you have, as an admin, no visibility into who those are in your organization, with the exception of the audit log. The audit log will actually give you an entry, an activity of when someone signs up for the Power BI Pro 60-day Pro trial. Right? And then, yep. So that'll give them pro access with inside of the service. They can do everything for 60 days as a pro user. There's no real exceptions to that. Once that pro trial expires, they revert back to being a non-pro or free user inside of Power BI. Any questions on that? Some people usually do. Yep. How do we turn off the pro trial?
I have a slide for you.
Yes, just for you. We knew you were going to be here.
Who else would love to turn off pro trials?
Yes.
Who think pro trials suck? Coming soon. Just a few moments.
Yeah. Not coming soon like it's going to come in the product soon. It's actually
coming
in the product
soon
already.
In the session.
Yes. All right, license assignment. We can assign licenses from either Azure Active Directory or the Office 365, Microsoft 365 portal. You can do it from the Azure AD PowerShell commandlets as well, so it can be automated in tasks and things of that nature. So there are ways to do it. You can also do group license assignments. So this is a great way to manage license assignments from a user perspective. So if you know that you have Power BI users, create some sort of security group as part of it, and then assign the Power BI Pro license block to that security group. So whenever someone is entered into that security group or exits that security group, the license is part of the group, not the user. So it's an interesting way to manage that.
That goes in general. Because we are in Azure, we take advantage of all the Azure Active Directory features that are available, multi-factor authentication, all this other.
Yeah. The other thing I'll add about the group licensing is that you cannot, I haven't seen a feature, I don't know if you know of a way to do it, but in the Microsoft 365 admin portal or the Office 365 admin portal, I've not seen an option to do that there. You have to do it in the Azure AD portal if you want to take advantage of that. Do you have a question? Yes. Yeah, for those, so that if you add the user to the group, it takes care of, all you have to do is just either add the user into the group and then remove the user from the group, and that's all you have to do.
Just one thing to add is that group-based licensing is not available in the basic Active Directory SKU. You need to have
the premium.
Yeah.
Yeah, premium Azure, or Azure Active Directory Premium. So there's a cost to it. All right. All right.
Another question.
Yeah.
How does it handle? Because I know with the E5, the Power BI Pro is part of the E5.
Yeah.
Yes.
How would a security group handle where it's getting Power BI Pro from?
So if you have E5, so the group licensing is based on a specific license block. And so in this case, it would be the E5 license block. And it doesn't allow you, I don't think it allows you to do the individual service selection from the license the way that the Office.
No, it does.
Okay.
You can
right.
enable and disable certain subscriptions from the E5 in a specific group assignment. I recommend having Pro in one group and E5 in the other group and make all the users part of both groups, because double assignment is really, to just be sure they all have. I'm just kidding. No, you can set up different security groups for the Pro. If you have an extra Pro subscription for maybe some vendor accounts or something, and you have an E5, but really the E5 covers your whole organization, you shouldn't even have a Pro license floating around separately, I would think.
Yep.
But if you would like to have this E5 split into two groups and just have Pro assigned to this one group so you can control who is a Pro user, maybe you only have a few real BI contributors in your organization and you want to narrow this down, then you would do it this way. I would question, though, whether you're making the licensing management too complicated. The whole purpose of an E5 is that you have all the licenses, so just give them to everybody.
Yep.
That's actually one of the things we would like to do at some point in the future as well, give you guys the licensing information as it pertains to Power BI, so that you as Power BI service administrators can go to your administration colleagues in Azure AD and say, hey, we have all these licenses in the company, why aren't we using them?
Yep.
That's also a problem sometimes, that an organization doesn't even know that the licenses are available and hence doesn't assign them to users who could actually...
Or I've seen the opposite, where a large organization will purchase Office 365 E5 and assign it out, or they'll buy like 100,000 or just a large block of those licenses, and then the actual use, and then people don't even know that they have Power BI as part of it, and so the adoption is not really there either. So if you do have E5, make sure you're educating users that this is available for them. The other thing, the thing here I'll show, I'm in the Office 365 admin portal, and I'm in the license section, and you can see the licenses that are available, and you can see listed here the explicit Power BI free and pro licenses. You'll also see like E5 and E3 as part of it. Pro does come with E5. The one thing you don't see here is Power BI Premium, because Power BI Premium is not a license. Licenses are for users. Power BI Premium is for content. And so you assign workspaces to Premium, you assign license to users. So a lot of times people will confuse it a little bit. It's possibly our fault from a just verbiage perspective, but some people will say, oh, I've got a Power BI Premium user. Well, no, your users are either free or pro, or non-pro and pro. Every user has to have one of those two licenses to get into Power BI, and then Premium is for your content. So make sure that you understand that and know that you will not see Premium from a license perspective. You will see it from a subscription perspective, though.
But don't forget, this is Power BI, and there's always a gotcha. The pro trialers are not visible in this UI.
Correct. Unless you had the Office 365 Pro trial, that would show up here. But yes, the 60-day Pro trial will not show up here.
We maintain this in the service, separate from any subscription business, and we do not show it to you anywhere, and there is no API for it at the moment.
Yep. The other thing I'll call out is from, if you just go to powerbi.com, the sign in, sign up. This is how folks can do what we call viral sign up, where if they just enter in their work organization email, they will automatically get a Power BI free license assigned to them. There are some cases, it still racks my brain, I'm trying to figure out all of the scenarios for this. In some cases, they will automatically be opted into the Power BI Pro 60-day trial. There are other scenarios where they will not. So, and then when they touch a Pro feature, that's when they can
opt in. In general, this happens when the user is not part of any subscription yet. Adam showed you the list with this Power BI free license. If the user is not added to this license explicitly with the user account, then during sign up, the user will get a Pro trial for 60 days.
And this is where I want to do, because I actually have done scenarios where they have no license and they still don't get the free. So there's weird cases.
We track also if that user was already once logged in and things like that.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of
just
a
know that
magic
there's some scenarios there where they could be opted in for the pro trial. Okay, moving on.
Yes. So in general, I recommend you just add all the user accounts to the free license. It doesn't hurt. And then when they sign in, they don't get any funny trial business.
There you go.
That's level 1 in the quest to get rid of pro trials.
All right, tenant governance.
Yes. So tenant governance, I feel a little funny with this slide explaining this to you because you are all service admins, so I'm preaching to the choir. The first level of requirements that a tenant admin, in our case the Power BI tenant admin has, is visibility. An administrator wants to see what is going on in the tenant, what are the solutions that are being deployed, whether users have access to them, what are the users doing. Give me access to all the metadata is one request we hear all the time. Give me access to all the background processes. I want to see what refreshes are going on, and not just on my premium capacity, just everywhere. Give me access to all the service notifications that affect my tenant so that I can proactively tell my users that something is currently not working the way it should. Things like that we hear all the time. Give me easier access to the audit logs. Give me better usage reporting so that I can see the top 10 most busy workspaces, the top 10 most busy users, whatever it is. Give me better information about licensing so that I can see who is a pro user, who isn't, and maybe give me also information about what users actually accessing a premium capacity so that I can make an informed decision whether this guy now needs to have a pro license or is already covered by premium. All these things we hear from you all the time. This information, the need for visibility is by far, I would say 80% of our requests that we hear from you guys at the moment are about give me more visibility in the tenant, and we are totally on board to deliver that incrementally. Yes? All right, good. Yes, we keep talking about these things, please, when we do gibberish talk. So what is a tenant? Adam, do you want to do it?
The way I explain a tenant is it's a container of your organization, and it is the Azure Active Directory directory. No, this is for all of Azure Office 365. A tenant includes way more than just Power BI. It's everything that you would encounter from an organization perspective in the Microsoft ecosystem. But the tenant itself is that Azure Active Directory, so that controls everything from like your logins that go into Azure SQL Database to Dynamics 365 to Office 365 to Power BI to all of it. So anything that touches Azure Active Directory is part of that tenant.
I use the word tenant interchangeably with organization or environment.
Yep.
That's the kind of level that tenant is for me.
It's just it's that Office 365 bubble I was talking about before. That's your tenant. It's all the Microsoft services. It's the backbone of all of those Microsoft services.
Tenant just sounds cooler than organization and environment. It's kind of lame. Tenant is really hip.
Another question I get a lot from a tenant perspective too is that one tenant can have multiple domains assigned to it. A domain can only be part of one tenant, though. So there's a difference between domain and tenant. Some people consider them the same thing. They are actually technically different.
All right. Let's...
Yep. Oh, no.
Question?
The slide.
Adam, there.
Oh.
Yeah, I was kidding you too.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on.
Next slide.
No.
Okay.
That was just visibility. Control, another area where we hear a lot from you that you need more control, and we are delivering that as well incrementally. Granular admin controls, for example, we hear often, give me a way to break down the administration, not just on the tenant level, give me departmental ways, or make it available at the capacity level, or ideally on the workspace level. And that is something that Power BI administrators at the moment cannot do to the extent that it would be necessary. You will see that in a moment when we talk about the tenant governance. It's a bit of a sledgehammer right now. Finer grained, more targeted controls would be very valuable. Yeah. And then we have the compliance. And the compliance now, you can forward one slide, please. The compliance I cover this way. Please read the white papers. They contain all the information. I'm not a legal expert. I cannot really talk about these things. We have dedicated teams for that.
Some of it involves lawyers too. So.
Yeah.
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 So, but yeah, we've got, if you're from European Union or whatever, we do have a GDPR compliance white paper that you can go read. It's great late night reading when you want to go to bed. Also, the security white paper, as well as some of our documentation as well, contains a lot of the governance items that are available for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, and with that, let's move to the tenant compliance. I mentioned that before. This goes really into the admin portal's tenant settings page. You all familiar with this cute page? Nodding the heads.
Cute page.
If you're not familiar with it, I'll demo it later. There are a lot of screenshots coming. In the interest of time, I'm going to fly through them a little bit.
Okay.
The first one is about restricting who can configure workspaces. Actually, this one is admin portal, etc.
Next slide.
Move forward. Yes, please. So the first one is about creating workspaces. With the modern workspace experience, you actually do have the ability, right, as a service administrator to restrict who can create these workspaces and share them with users. That is a common requirement in the corporate BI world, where the people are heavier on the let me control what my users can access. But it does not limit the My Workspace features. A user can still go and create a report in My Workspace and then share it with anybody else. Keep that in mind. It also does not cover the old workspaces that were connected to Office 365 groups. You can control those with Office 365 admin commandlets. So this is really just about the modern workspaces that we created that are no longer connected to any groups in Office 365. And as these groups are our future, eventually, in the not so distant future, we will no longer have workspace V1 entities.
That's the dream.
That's the journey. And then this setting will apply to all workspaces.
Yep.
Yeah, to your point, we noticed that there's all these workspaces that are getting created, and we've got, the way our organization is, we have an Office 365 group that, like, our tech group is handling that. We're the Power BI admins, and so we're getting all these extra workspaces.
Yep.
Up and who's in it, what's in it.
Yep.
And,
That's because we're still in that transition.
okay, so in the meantime, is there a way, you said there's commandlets. Is there
Yes.
a way so that when a new Office 365 group is created, that they can have it not?
No.
So the question is if,
They got to clean up
yeah.
after.
Essentially, the question is, if I create an Office 365 group, is there a way for me to prevent it from showing up in Power BI? The answer is unfortunately at the moment no.
And the scenario where I hear this the most is they say, well, I created this team in Microsoft Teams, and all of a sudden I've got it showing up in Power BI. And there's confusion.
This will come, I can't give you timelines, this is a public conference, but it'll come that we are going to be disconnected from the Office.
Well, and pay close attention to the business application release plan, release notes, whatever they're calling it now, because that actually lists out those items and timelines, so once it's there and whatnot, you'll be able to see it.
This was the exact reason why we introduced modern workspaces that no longer are tied to Office 365 groups, because it was just too messy. There were groups popping up in Teams that nobody in Office wanted, and there were Office groups popping up in Power BI that nobody in Power BI wanted.
Yep. All right.
Takes a bit more time, but it's coming. At least already the workspace creation in Power BI is now based on the modern workspaces by default. Yep. I'm clicking on my mouse, but you are having the control.
I have all the control. You could hit my spacebar too, and that would do it.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, in the interest of time, you better move quicker with me.
I can move quick.
Okay, embed codes. And anybody in the organization know what an embed code is? It's not Power BI embedded, right? Anybody assuming it is Power BI embedded, lower your hand. Everybody else, leave your hands up. What is an embed code? It is the most efficient way to share your internal financial data with everybody on the internet.
Yes.
Right? So naturally, as a service admin, you might want to keep an eye on that. It is as easy as 3 mouse clicks for a user to disclose whatever information you might think is highly sensitive. And in the embed codes page, we do that. Thank you, Adam.
I'm moving along.
Yeah, you just.
All right, we got it.
All right. Organizational visuals is another page in the admin, page in the admin portal where you as an administrator can upload visuals that are blessed by the organization and that your users were supposed to use. Keep in mind, visuals are JavaScript based, and a bad person can do bad things with these visuals if there is no oversight from an admin perspective. This is where service admins add value to the organization. These tenant settings for developers. If you don't like those embedded developers, turn the setting off every once in a while until they find you, and then turn it back on. No kidding. There are administrators that, you know, like to show people that they are powerful. Usage metrics for users, this is an important thing. If you own a report, you can today go and enable usage metrics and see with more or less accuracy who is using your reports. There are some areas that they don't cover, like embedded in SharePoint Online and things like that. But there's an issue with the usage metrics as far as certain European countries are concerned. Like Germany, it doesn't allow you to analyze data on the individual employee's level. And it can be critical for you to disable the user identifiable information in the usage metrics. Otherwise, somebody can analyze at the individual level, which might, you know, cause trouble in the organization. So that's why we have these settings here. Review them. And as I mentioned, these tenant settings, they are at the tenant level. It doesn't matter whether you have subsidiaries around the world. If the Germans don't want this setting and you're required to disable it, then nobody gets to party on user information, even though some other countries like the United States don't have an issue with that necessarily. It's one of those things that we would like to have at finer granularity. We're just not there yet. And then we're coming to
this is the cool
the disabling pro trial buttons. Now, about 2 or 3 months ago, we introduced this feature. We called it innocently help and support settings. What this is really a way for you to plug in your own communities, plug in your own help desk and support forums, and plug in your own license management application. So if you specify a URL for the licensing requests, it makes this trial button disappear from the dialog box. The other button will pull the user to your license management application. If you don't have a license management application and you would like to disable the button anyway, a clever way is to take the official licensing page from Power BI and just paste it in there. We don't look at the actual URL, and we just hide the button that you don't like in the UI.
What's funny though is just remember that you did this, because that bit me a couple weeks ago, where I'm like, where's the pro trial sign up? It's gone. And it's sending me to some weird website, and then I realized, oh, okay, that's what.
But that's specific to our test tenant, because we're not the only ones partying in this demo environment here, and somebody like me sets the URL and you then don't see your trial button anymore.
It's another way to mess with people.
So this is where I would normally walk through the tenant settings a bit, but in the interest of time, we only have 10 minutes left. I would say I'm going to skip that part.
Okay. All right, auditing usage. So we mentioned the auditing log before. There's a couple ways you can get to it.
Oh,
One
no,
is.
no, hold on.
Whoa,
So there was one more important slide.
Yeah, I know. You skipped right over it.
Whoa.
I went to it, and you just kept going.
Yeah, this doesn't exist yet.
Okay.
No, I'm not kidding. Can you make a red square over this receive email notifications? So this is a thing that is coming in about a month or so.
Yeah.
And the PM who owns this begged me to put it in the slide, and this is it. Today you don't see this in the admin portal. Tomorrow,
Figuratively tomorrow.
Yeah, you can register a security group. For security and compliance reasons, we were required to restrict it to security groups, but you will be able to enter a security group here. Imagine a text box, right? And then we will send the members of that security group the service notifications directly, so that you no longer have to go through the notification features that we have in the various portals. If something is affecting your tenant, you will have it right in your inbox, and it will look somewhat like this sample notification right there. Yeah. So this is a step in direction to make you more.
Do you know if that will notify you of capacity issues?
It will notify you at the tenant level. Let's say that we discover that an Azure service is down that we depend on in a certain region, you will get this. The messages themselves already exist. We post them regularly as comms on the support page. You can see those. Yep. It's not about just one specific capacity, but it may be that when the engineers work on something and they say, oh, this affects a lot of capacities, let's send out proactively a service notification.
We've just heard feedback that some folks don't, like, yes, it's in support.powerbi.com or it's in the Office 365 comms, where they're like, it'd be great if you could proactively tell me so that I don't always have to go there and check. Yeah. So.
But it's not a capacity monitoring solution.
Yep. Yes. All right.
The question is, when this feature becomes available, will you be able to include external members? Yes, it's your security group.
Yep. All right. All right, now we can go on auditing.
Yes.
All right, cool. So auditing, so Security and Compliance Center from an Office 365 perspective, that's where you can go to do searching on the audit log. Retention time from this perspective is a 90-day sliding window. There is PowerShell access for this as well. It's done through the Exchange Online PowerShell commandlets, which also means that you have to have a license that includes Exchange in order to use the PowerShell commandlets, which is interesting. This is also disabled by default, so you have to turn it on if you actually want it for your tenant.
I think now it's enabled by default. I think you can't even disable it anymore. I might be wrong.
So it's not disabled from a Power BI perspective, but I think from the Security and Compliance Center, you've got to enable it,
Yes.
which I actually just hit in one of my other tenants when it didn't work. So, yeah. And then from a PowerShell perspective, I'll just show you real quick.
No, this one is not available to Power BI Service administrators. So if you are not a global administrator and you don't know who your global administrators are, just, maybe.
There is a way for global admins to provide non-admin users access to the audit log. Generally, they don't like to do that, though.
Yeah, because the audit log includes everything: Exchange, SharePoint, Teams, any other service, and us. And
Yep. So, and you can, from a PowerShell perspective, like I said, it's the Exchange PowerShell commandlets, which is the Search Unified Audit Log. And then when you do that, you can get a CSV file, pump it out, and then pull in that data as you would like. I would actually recommend from an enterprise perspective, don't use the PowerShell commandlets to do it because it can be a little slow. You can get throttled. There's also the Office 365 management APIs, which are REST APIs. And there's documentation out there how to write. You'd have to write code to pull it out and then archive it somewhere. The other thing I strongly recommend for your organization is archive this information to your own database of some kind for long-term history analysis of usage. Otherwise, like I said, it's a sliding day window. So it could be either 90 days from PowerShell or the service perspective, like the audit log searching perspective. The management APIs is a 7-day sliding window. So once that sliding window is gone, that data is not retained anymore. So if you want to keep it, make sure you're archiving it somewhere.
And what customers sometimes do is they use a SQL database in Azure to dump the data in and keep it there and build custom reports on top of that. And hopefully this calendar year at some point in time, we have some better story around these usage-related things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah. So from a gateway perspective, is there anyone that doesn't use a gateway? Oh,
I have some news on this one just last week. Who of you is tracking the Power BI blog? Maybe I'm telling you old news. Everybody? No? Not 50%?
You should absolutely be checking the Power BI blog.
I should stop blogging then on this thing. No, but seriously, any new feature that is being released is on the Power BI blog. Maybe we should have a session on how to read the Power BI blog, I guess. But you as service administrators, you're at the forefront, and you should know that. For example, if you had read the Power BI blog, you would have learned yesterday, or the day before yesterday, that you now have full access to all the gateways. You no longer need to be a global admin for that. You want to know who has deployed a personal gateway in your organization? There is a tool that tells you. You have a gateway that you find is funny. You can add yourself as an admin to that now and take it over. Just throw the guy out.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so the Power Platform Admin Center, so the gateway, the reason this is in the Power Platform Admin Center and not the Power BI admin portal is because the gateway is used for more than just Power BI. And so this admin portal, when it was first released, only global admins can get to this. Now the Power BI Service Administrator role can also get access to this as well from a gateway perspective and allows you to see all of the gateways in your organization and also restrict usage of the gateways. So now you have control over who can actually create those gateways. So this was a major enterprise ask that we've had for a long time. So it's now available for you.
Yes.
Does anyone actually use the Power Platform Admin Center? A couple? Not a lot of hands. Okay.
Well, it's not that well known yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it has an intuitive URL too, which is suspicious.
Yeah.
admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com. Usually we hide this a bit.
Yeah. So I would recommend you go do it. You may be surprised of how many gateways are actually out there for you.
Yeah, let's demo this. I mean, even in our demo environment, I just looked recently on the on how many personal gateways we have. We have like 100 or so.
Yeah. So you can actually, and that's the other thing, is you can also search, you can look at personal gateways as well. The personal gateways, interesting, but the more interesting one I think is the enterprise mode gateway, because anyone could have installed it. And I've talked to organizations where they're like, no, we manage those gateways. There's only 3 out there. I'm like, really? I'm like, have you looked? And they're like, well, we can look. And I'm like, yes. And then there was like 50 or 60 of them out there. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
So, yep.
And on that same note, blending over into the automation topic, there will be gateway commandlets for administrators as well, so you can automate this whole process if you like.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
I lost my clicker. Oh, there.
Yeah, well, would you switch me to my computer?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, first the slides, but
Okay.
the slides just...
Yeah.
Okay, we have the commandlets. They are documented. We keep evolving them. They're an open source project. If you feel there is a commandlet missing, just join us or go there and throw us a request on the issues list, and we're happy to take that into consideration. If there are already API methods available, then it's relatively easy for us to add a commandlet to the list. If the APIs are not available, then we are grinding our teeth, and it's going to take a little longer, because first we need the APIs before we can build a commandlet.
Yep.
And that goes, what we can do already is list the workspaces. We can manage workspaces as long as they are modern workspaces. Again, if you have Office group-based workspaces, you need to use the Office 365 APIs. But for modern workspaces, you can add, remove users. You can recover workspaces. You can undelete workspaces. Did you know that you can undelete a workspace? Some user deletes some workspace. He can come to you and say, all right.
That happened to me on accident one time.
Yes, it did. Content.
Yes, the content came back, which is actually what I was. Actually, what happened was the old Office 365 modern group, and I had actual documents in that part, and I'm like, oh, I don't need this workspace in Power BI. I'm like, oh, just lost all the documents there, and I recovered it. It brought back all the Office 365 elements.
And you don't need the PowerShell commandlets for that. In the
it's all
admin
UI.
portal workspaces list, you have a state, and it says deleted or orphaned. A deleted workspace is that a workspace that a user actually deleted, and he might want to get it back for some reason. And I believe it's 28 days before we actually throw it away.
Yep.
You can undelete it. And an orphaned workspace is a workspace that no longer has an administrator. That commonly happens with personal workspaces because there's only one user. And when this user is gone and you delete the user account, then this workspace has no administrator anymore. And then it's orphaned, it's hanging around somewhere, but people might still use reports from that workspace. And you might need to recover that. Then you recover that orphaned workspace by assigning a new administrator, and it effectively becomes a normal application workspace in that sense. But that's all also available in the UI. But in general, we have this idea that the admin portal is supposed to be built on public APIs only, which then makes it easy for us to deliver commandlets as well as the user interface capabilities. So that normal administrative tasks, you just go and click through the UI, and then some larger scale tasks, you have this commandlet and API business to solve this with a custom solution and with scripts.
Yep.
For example, in one of the blog articles that I'm now not going to tell you about, I'll make this a homework task for you to find it.
Go to the blog.
I am showing you how to iterate through all the data sets in your tenant and find all the ones that have a data source that connects to a specific SQL database. And maybe the schema changed and all the refreshes would break on that one. Then it dumps out all the owners of these data sets so that you can proactively send them a message and say, hey, in 2 weeks, we're going to switch this database off. Do something with your data sets about it, for example, something like that.
Cool.
Yeah. And then we have 20 seconds left. Should I demo at least one script?
Yeah.
I promised you the one that I showed you before. So let's do this. This is really also the modern way. Am I on? This is also the modern way how you should, for usage purposes, right now what customers do very often is they go and enumerate all the workspaces and all the data sets and all the reports just to see what's going on, which are my busy workspaces. And this now is the way you should do this. Instead of iterating through every workspace, you go and you log in and you run this funny command. I already showed you in the UI how to get to this URL. I actually, where is it? Scroll me down here. I actually just copied this URL straight from here into this command. And now I just need to run this and convert this from JSON. I'll just do this here real quick. It'll log me in. I need to use the right account for that. Nothing special about that. Good, and we're done. It has now dumped me 100 workspaces into this object. I parsed this from the return JSON data directly into an object, and I could look, for example, at the first workspace, just like this, right? And here's the result from that first workspace. If I make it a little larger, I wished I had installed Zoom, but you can see it has some reports and dashboards and data sets in it. If you parse these JSON constructs again with this convert from JSON, you can get to the individual objects. Here, for example, is a Power BI report called Sales and Marketing Sample. This one, surprisingly, doesn't have any users in it. So this is actually an orphaned workspace. It has no administrators, but it does contain reports and dashboards, and this would be a candidate to recover this workspace, for example. Another one is this number 10 one that I have here in this set. And this one is an example of an empty workspace that a user just created. Remember, this is a demo thing here, this environment. So somebody just created this workspace and didn't bother putting a report or a dashboard or anything in there. So you might want to be interested in seeing, what are the empty workspaces in my organization? Why are they cluttering the space? So these kinds of things are possible today with relatively low effort if you know how to script, if you know how to program a few basic objects. Yep. There's a question? Yes, you can. The question is, can you filter out the O365 group-based workspaces? Yes, a workspace, maybe it's already visible in here, has a specific type. I wished I had Zoom it installed. Can you see this here, this meagerly highlighted thing? Type workspace means it's a modern workspace. If it's type group, it is an Office 365 group. And if it's type personal group at the moment, that's a My Workspace thing. Yep. And you can, in the admin APIs, construct an OData filter where you say type equals workspace, and it will only give you the modern workspaces.
All right, everyone, we're out of time. We're happy to answer some questions outside so the next speaker can get in here. There's a couple sessions tomorrow. Definitely go check it out. And thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys.